Coming up on Healthy Thinking.
Social injustice is killing on a grand scale. These are not my words, but the words of the man who chaired the World Health Organization's Commission on the Social Determinants of Health.
And that was an evidence-based phrase. It wasn't just a slogan. That was based on the evidence. And the urgency that I felt then and still feel.
Professor Sir Michael Marmot has dedicated over 40 years of his career to understanding the causes of health inequalities and how social factors like where we live, our standard of education, our employment status have a huge impact on both our life expectancy and our general health.
Whatever we want to do in Wales, in Scotland, in Northern Ireland and in England, the background is things are getting worse.
He served as president of both the British Medical Association and the World Medical Association, and also led a strategic review of health inequalities in England.
We are part of the discourse. People that I never imagined are now talking the language of social determinants of health.
He is not only a member of the Bevan Commission, which I chair, but a close colleague whom I have worked with over the years. In this interview, we talk about his life's work and his hopes for the future.
I describe myself as an evidence-based optimist. It's the tyranny of the 24-hour news cycle that makes us all depressed. And I'm susceptible to it. I think we need to look at where we're heading. And where we're heading, potentially, is for the better.
This is Healthy Thinking from Life Sciences Hub Wales, a podcast series bringing new perspectives from leading thinkers in health and care innovation. It's presented by Professor Sir Michael Aylward.
Sir Michael has been holding a seminar in Cardiff attended by a wide range of stakeholders. So let's get a flavour of what he said at that seminar.
One of the questions is, well, maybe we've reached peak life expectancy. It's got to slow down sometime. So we looked across Europe, 2006 to 2010, and 5 years later, 2011 to 2015. And what you can see for all of these countries, almost every country in Europe, there was a slowdown. And there's the United Kingdom. We're bottom. So countries that had better health, longer life expectancy than we did, continued to improve. And we didn't. That's not reaching peak life expectancy. There's something going on in the UK that's going wrong. Whatever we want to do in Wales, in Scotland, in Northern Ireland and in England, the background is things are getting worse. After housing costs, 37% of people are growing up in poverty. Housing's unaffordable. 37% of people in poverty. I mean, this is huge. This is not some tiny subset. We did a report on fuel poverty in cold homes a while ago. When I was president of the British Medical Association, the chair of council looked at these findings from our report and he said, I can't believe that growing up in a cold home is bad for achievement. Why, when I was a lad, we had ice on the inside of the window? And I said, Hamish, imagine what you might have achieved if you'd grown up in a warm house. In England, 74% of household income would be spent on food if they followed the healthy eating guide. In Wales, it's 66%. And we're going to tell these mothers, feed your children properly, eat healthily. Yeah, well, who'll pay the rent?
Michael, welcome.
Thank you.
Can I take you back to that quote from the WHO report, social injustice is killing on a grand scale? How did you come to that conclusion?